It's a harsh reality, but some people in our lives take pleasure in causing harm and chaos. Think about it, you could be sharing moments, trusting someone, only to discover they are the very source of your turmoil. Today, we dive deep into a topic that's as fascinating as it is frightening: recognizing the signs you're dealing with an evil person. The Stoics, ancient masters of the human mind, knew that true evil, or as they saw it, profound moral corruption, often hides behind a smile. It doesn't roar, it whispers. Whether it's a colleague, a friend, or even a family member, these individuals can be masters of deception. Today, we're not just exploring this dark side of human behavior out of curiosity. Understanding these signs can be life-changing. The Stoics believed in the power of perception and the importance of living a life guided by reason and virtue. By identifying and understanding these toxic traits, we can protect our peace of mind and cultivate healthier relationships. Stay with us as we uncover 5 telltale signs of an evil person. By the end of this video, you'll not only be better equipped to spot these behaviors, but also learn practical ways to safeguard your mental well-being. And if you appreciate what we're doing here, a simple, free favor I'll ask from you is to hit the subscribe button. You won't want to miss our special bonus section, where I'll share the Stoic strategy for setting firm boundaries with these individuals. Let's embark on this journey of self-awareness and resilience together. Number 1. A profound lack of empathy and remorse. The first and most chilling sign is a profound lack of empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It's what allows us to connect deeply. The Stoics believed in the importance of compassion, with Marcus Aurelius often speaking about the interconnectedness of humanity. When we encounter someone who shows a blatant disregard for the feelings of others, it's a serious red flag. Imagine you're sharing something deeply personal, hoping for some comfort. Instead of showing any genuine concern, they brush off your feelings or even mock your vulnerability. This lack of empathy can make you feel isolated and misunderstood. A person who lacks empathy also won't cheer for your achievements. They might even undermine them, as your success shifts the spotlight away from them. Even more telling is their complete absence of remorse. When confronted with the hurt they have caused, they don't apologize. Instead, they rationalize, they justify, and they often turn the tables, accusing you of being too sensitive or of misunderstanding. The Stoics taught that self-examination was the cornerstone of a virtuous life. A person who feels no remorse is incapable of this self-reflection. They are trapped in a fortress of their own ego, where they are never wrong. This unrepentant heart is a clear and dangerous signal that you are not dealing with someone who simply made a mistake. Number 2. Pathological lying and deception. Another unmistakable sign is pathological lying. This goes far beyond the occasional white lie. Pathological liars deceive constantly, often without any apparent reason, fabricating stories and distorting reality to suit their own needs. This behavior can be incredibly damaging, eroding trust and creating a web of deceit. The Stoics valued truth and integrity above all else. They believed that a virtuous life was grounded in honesty. When someone lies pathologically, they are living in direct opposition to these principles, creating a false reality that benefits only themselves. A pathological liar doesn't just lie to avoid trouble. They lie to create an alternate version of the world where they are the hero or the victim. Their stories often have a grain of truth, which makes the deception harder to spot. When you catch someone in a lie, pay attention to how they react. A person of integrity might show shame. A pathological liar, however, becomes defensive. They will often double down, weaving an even more complex web of falsehoods to cover the original one. The Roman Stoic Seneca noted that honesty is the bedrock of any healthy relationship. This constant deception serves a deeper purpose: control. By controlling the information you receive, they control your view of reality, leaving you to second-guess your own instincts. Their lies are not just a character flaw, they are a weapon. Number 3. Sophisticated manipulation and control. Another major sign of an evil person is manipulation. It's a subtle, often insidious behavior that can be incredibly damaging. Manipulators are skilled at twisting situations, making you question your reality and bending your will to suit their needs. This can leave you feeling confused and powerless. One of their most potent weapons is charm. They can be incredibly charismatic, making you feel seen and understood. At first glance, They seem perfect. However, the Stoics teach us to look beyond the surface. This warmth is conditional. The moment you assert a boundary or disagree with them, the charm vanishes, replaced by guilt-tripping or the silent treatment. Their kindness was never a gift. It was a loan. A common and vicious form of manipulation is gaslighting, where the manipulator tries to make you doubt your own sanity. They will deny things they said or did, things you know happened, with such conviction that you begin to doubt your own mind. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught that our mind is our ultimate fortress. Gaslighting is a direct assault on that fortress. This culminates in a desire for control. They might isolate you from friends and family, positioning themselves as the only person who truly understands you. A person guided by virtue seeks self-mastery. A person of evil character seeks to empower themselves by mastering others. Number 4, constant blame, shifting, and a refusal of accountability. One of the most glaring signs is an absolute refusal to take responsibility. A person with a corrupted moral compass is constitutionally incapable of admitting fault. Instead, they are masters of blame shifting. Whenever conflict or failure occurs, they have an uncanny ability to pin the blame on anyone but themselves. It is never, ever their own fault. This behavior directly contradicts a core tenet of Stoicism: self-reflection and accountability. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations about the importance of reviewing his own actions, seeking to correct his faults. The person who shifts blame rejects this process entirely. To them, introspection is a threat to their carefully constructed image of perfection. This refusal to be accountable often extends into creating chaos to maintain their innocence. They may spread rumors or pit people against each other, all while positioning themselves as the calm, rational center. In the ensuing confusion, they condition you to see yourself as the problem. After a while, you may even start to apologize for things that weren't your fault. A virtuous person takes ownership of their inner world. An evil person outsources it. By refusing to ever be accountable, they ensure the patterns of harm will continue indefinitely. Number 5, a disturbing pleasure in others' misfortune. The fifth and final sign is one of the most unsettling. A subtle but clear sense of pleasure derived from the suffering of others. This isn't overt, cartoonish villainy. It's often a quiet, disturbing satisfaction they take in seeing others fail or struggle. You might notice this in small ways. When a colleague makes a mistake, they might show a flicker of a smile before feigning concern. They might seem unusually energized when drama unfolds. This is because adversity for others provides them with a sense of superiority. The Stoic philosopher Seneca taught that our ego is tested by adversity. The evil person takes this a step further. They feed off the adversity of others. This manifests as a profound disregard for human dignity. They may gossip gleefully about someone's personal tragedy or make cruel jokes at another's expense, often disguised as just kidding. When you tell them about a difficult time, they may seem bored or dismissive. The Stoics believe that we should view other people as our fellow human beings, however flawed. A person who takes pleasure in the suffering of others has lost this fundamental connection. This quiet enjoyment of another's pain is perhaps the truest window into a soul devoid of virtue. The Stoic response: setting firm boundaries. So, what do you do when you recognize these signs? The Stoics would not advise you to launch a crusade. They would advise you to turn inward. Based on the foundational principle of the dichotomy of control, you cannot change another person's character, but you have absolute control over your own responses. First, observe their behavior objectively. Your rational mind is your greatest shield. See them for who they are, not who they pretend to be. Second, establish and enforce firm boundaries. It's important to set firm boundaries with manipulators and stand your ground. Communicate clearly and assertively about what you will and will not tolerate. Protecting your inner peace, your apatheia, is your highest duty. This may mean creating emotional distance or removing the person from your life entirely. Third, practice forgiveness, but for yourself. This does not mean condoning their behavior. Stoic forgiveness is the act of releasing yourself from the corrosive grip of anger and resentment, allowing you to move forward with your tranquility intact. Remember, as Marcus Aurelius said, the best revenge is to be unlike your enemy. Do not let their behavior infect you. In the end, the Stoic path is not about suspicion, but about discernment. It teaches us to see the world with clear eyes, recognizing that the 5 signs a lack of empathy, pathological lying, manipulation, blame shifting, and pleasure in others' suffering are red flags indicating a profound departure from virtue. You cannot change such a person, but you do not have to be a victim. Your power lies in your response. By maintaining your inner calm, setting firm boundaries, and refusing to let their chaos become your own, you are living out the very essence of Stoic philosophy. You are choosing reason over reactivity and tranquility over turmoil. Remember the words of Epictetus. It is not events that disturb people, it is their judgment concerning them. Guard your judgments, and you guard your soul.